Welcome to Psych with Sigmund, the podcast, where we delve into the fascinating world of psychology to understand what makes us tick. Psychological effects of solitude refers to the emotional, cognitive, and behavioral changes that occur when an individual is alone or isolated from others for a prolonged period. This concept is crucial in psychology because it helps us understand how solitude affects our mental health, creativity, and relationships. The idea of solitude has been around for centuries, but its significance in psychological theory gained momentum in the 20th century with the work of psychologists like Abraham Maslow, who emphasized the importance of solitude for self-actualization. One influential theory is Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which suggests that humans have a need for solitude to achieve self-actualization and personal growth. Another significant framework is attachment theory, developed by John Bowlby and Mary Ainsworth, which highlights the importance of social connections, but also acknowledges the role of solitude in emotional regulation. Research on psychological effects of solitude has yielded fascinating findings. For instance, studies have shown that short periods of solitude can improve cognitive functioning, enhance creativity, and boost mood. However, prolonged isolation can lead to negative effects such as depression, anxiety, and decreased empathy. A notable example is the case of Christopher Knight, who lived in solitude in the Maine woods for 27 years. His story raises important questions about the human need for connection and the potential risks of extended isolation. Recent research has also explored the impact of solitude on our brain structure and function. Studies using neuroimaging techniques like fMRI have found that solitude can alter activity in areas of the brain involved in social cognition, emotional regulation, and attention. For example, a study published in the journal Social Cognitive and Affective Neuroscience found that individuals who spend more time alone had reduced activity in the default mode network, which is responsible for introspection and self-reflection. So, how can understanding psychological effects of solitude help us in our everyday lives? Recognizing the importance of alone time can encourage us to prioritize self-reflection and personal growth. By scheduling regular solo activities like journaling, reading, or taking a walk, we can improve our mental clarity, creativity, and emotional resilience. On the other hand, being aware of the potential risks of excessive solitude can prompt us to maintain social connections and engage in community activities that foster a sense of belonging. In addition to individual benefits, understanding psychological effects of solitude has implications for therapeutic approaches and interventions. For instance, solitude can be a useful tool in mindfulness-based therapies, which aim to cultivate present-moment awareness and reduce stress. However, therapists must also be aware of the potential risks of isolation and ensure that clients maintain social connections and support networks. To illustrate the practical applications of psychological effects of solitude, consider the example of writers or artists who often report that alone time is necessary for their creative process. By allowing themselves to tap into their inner sources of inspiration and imagination, they can produce innovative work that might not have been possible in a collaborative setting. Similarly, individuals who practice meditation or mindfulness may find that solitude helps them cultivate a sense of inner peace and calm. In conclusion, the psychological effects of solitude are complex and multifaceted, influenced by factors like personality, context, and cultural background. While solitude can be a powerful tool for personal growth and creativity, it's essential to strike a balance between alone time and social interaction. By understanding the benefits and risks of solitude, we can cultivate healthier relationships with ourselves and others, leading to greater emotional intelligence, empathy, and overall well-being. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, may your ego find balance between pleasure and reality.